know that there was at least 6 hidden Pokemon in the most recent Scarlet and Violet trailer? And I'm not exaggerating, like, this is legit. This is crazy stuff. Let's dive in. All right, so I'm going through this video covering the entire trailer and everything you guys probably missed. I'll tell you what, there's some nut stuff in here, like the pre-evolution to Ceruledge and Armor Rouge, as well as some other Pokemon that just, like, there was so many things hidden in there, and I think that some of this was a mistake, because normally I think these things are intentional, but the Japanese trailer did not have any of this stuff, so actually pretty wild. But let's go through it one thing at a time. At the beginning of the trailer, you've got the Haunter and Scyther being traded. I think trade evolutions are back. If you remember, they were kind of removed in Legends Arceus. We see some Magikarps in the water. Are we able to fish from the water? What's going on with fishing? Do we even have fishing in this game? We'll have to wait and see. We've got the different terrestrialized raid battles, the Jigglypuff they found in the wild. Really cool, but if you drop it to a certain amount of HP, it turns back to normal. There may be some quest system related to these Jigglypuffs or just the terrestrialized Pokemon in the wild in general. And you can see that you have the ability to change your nickname in the summary screen all the time, which is awesome. We know that you've got the Let's Go feature as an auto battler, so you can defeat Pokemon, they'll drop items, give you XP, which are used for crafting, and that was something that we saw later in the trailer with the TM crafting, which is a really cool addition. You can also send them out, and they'll go get Pokemon and items and stuff for you, like we saw in Legends Arceus, basically, where they can, like, bash into the tree. Going into the Team Star base, we saw that you can bring 3 Pokemon with you to this Team Star base, and then you have like this mini game where you kind of throw your Pokemon out and they'll battle, you know, up to 3 at a time basically, and they'll auto battle all the fire type Pokemon around the Team Star base. And it's crazy because this is the first of the kind of Pokemon that are leaked. There's a pre-evolution of Armor Rouge and Ceruledge. Very clearly, I believe it's been confirmed by leakers as well. It's hard to tell, but this is not one of those like conspiracy theories. It's actually like a bush or a wheelbarrow. Like, this is actually it. This is the first look at the pre-evolution for Armor Rouge and Ceruledge. So pretty cool stuff there. I'm excited about it. I really think that Team Violet's looking really strong right now. Ceruledge looking very, very cool. That's the one I'm thinking of, right? Yeah, Ceruledge is the cool one, the purple one. Oh my god, so amazing. They talk about the new car Pokemon thing, which we know to be a steel poison type Pokemon, and it's possible that has like a pre-evolution because there's like a muffler sticking out of the bus or like these little axles, and it almost looks like it could be a different Pokemon entirely. So there's a chance that there's multiple Pokemon fueling this car, or there's like a pre-evolution. Then we talk about the new TM crafting, which is really cool. You have different items, but some of the things that you need are league points. That may be like competitive points, or you get them from the league, or you, as you travel in the game and you get a gym leader badge, you maybe get some league points. So you're not just gonna have like infinitely craftable TMs, but pretty cool stuff. And then Grimer is probably in the game because it was shown on one of the different, I think that's Mud Slap. We saw that Snom is also returning through Icy Wind TM, and there's a new, you know, the spider Pokemon's name was actually revealed through this. Spider Pokemon Silk, that's the name of the spider Pokemon, but Chinese are simplified description ways, so we don't really know what the official name is, but the Spider-Mon's name was like included in the trailer, in the Chinese trailer, which is pretty cool. Moving on to the Titan stuff, we saw Cloth, the Stony Titan, and he just runs away when he hits red health, which was not what we saw in the previous situation. Then you've got kind of the Union Circle, which obviously gives you a bunch of different stuff: Link Battles, Surprise Trade, Battle Stadium, and Mystery Gift actually making a return as well. Girafarig is shown, and then it's evolved, and it's, you know, being traded might be a requirement for it to evolve. Right before it evolves, it's shown being traded, so that may be part of the situation. You may have missed from the official site that it has 2 new abilities, one about which is Cudchew, which is a new ability where they eat a berry, they actually eat it again, which is really good. And then its new ability, Armor Tail, is really cool, making it so they can't use priority moves, so it's kind of like Serena in a way. We see this really cool screen that shows some of the different entries for Toxel, Umbreon, Eevee, and kind of the new Pokédex, which is really neat. And then this scene right here is probably the biggest one that people are talking about. Rookie D has made its return, and then you've got these 3 other Pokemon shown there. These 2 little white mice Pokemon, which I believe are actually one particular Pokemon together. You've got the Parakeet Pokemon, and then you've got what we believe to be the Rock Salt Pokemon. So 3 new Pokemon teased in this trailer. And again, this was not in the Japanese trailer. This was only in the English trailer. 3 brand new Pokemon. We'll have it zoomed up on the screen for you guys. Let me know what you think about these. Pretty sweet stuff. Apparently the Rock Salt dude is the coolest of the 3. The other guys kind of look meh, but I'm very excited about the Rock Salt Mushroom type of dude. Very neat stuff. Apparently it's kind of reminds people of Minecraft. A couple other little things. We saw some of Fido's moves like Baby Doll Eyes, Play Rough, Covet, Bite. So kind of standard puppy type Pokemon with some fairy type moves. You've got the hair salon making its return, and then you have the option to change your outfit, but there's apparently some limitations on that regarding like just only school outfits and stuff. You had some really cool stuff for the picture stuff, the camera app. You could take selfies, you could take pictures of the different scenery. Lots of really good stuff there. And then there was actually a clip of one of the trainers taking a picture, and there's a Pokemon shown behind them. Now, I'm gonna dive more into this Pokemon in tomorrow's video, but this is, a lot of people are thinking this could be like a Scarab or a Spider Pokemon or a Bug Pokemon. There's reason to believe that this actually may be the coin Pokemon, but again, I'll give you guys more details on that later. But here's yet another Pokemon that leaked in the back of kind of the footage that wasn't in the Japanese trailer. So you've got the baby Armarouge Ceruledge, you've got the 3 Pokemon, the mice, the parakeet, and the rock salt. You've got this, and there's actually the engine, and it's just so many more. It's actually wild. Pretty crazy stuff. Shiny hunting is also another thing that's pretty big, as Marvin points out, as they show in this picture shiny Pokemon battled. So you're gonna be able to keep track of how many shinies you battle, which is something very new for shiny hunters and pretty sweet actually. Talking about sandwiches, that's kind of the new sandwiches instead of curry. I'm a big sandwich guy, so I'm all about it. They give you different bonuses. They show catching power, fairy, maybe makes fairy types easier to catch. Then you've got like an encounter power, and then you've got a raid power. So there's some different powers that you can actually get by doing the sandwiches. So they might actually provide solid boosts. And like the leak said, it does seem as though this is how you kind of get your eggs now. So breeding may be gone. You're gonna get eggs through the picnic instead. So we'll see how that all plays out. But what do you guys think if they actually ditch the breeding mechanic? It seems more and more likely that that's the case. We see a screenshot here of a trainer utilizing a regular Wooper and a Paldean Wooper, so we'll have to wait and see what's up with that. I don't know. It could have been a continuity error. There's a thought that maybe like if you clean the Wooper and it changes to the other Wooper if you clean it. I don't know, man. It's interesting that like the back-to-back shots there though, they had different Woopers. Terra raid battles are going to be on a timer, so you're going to have to go through the raid much faster, kind of maybe similar to Pokemon Go. And one of the big things here is Farigiraf in the Terrestrial raid battle is actually asleep, and it's still attacked while being asleep. So there's the thought that maybe sleep in this game is more like drowsy in Legends Arceus as opposed to the traditional sleep. They may have actually added that, and we may even see a new status like Frostbite, which they had in Legends Arceus. That could be coming back and give a nice buff to Ice-type Pokemon. Minor note, your character does react to the weather, so if they're like cold or sunny or getting rained on and so on and so forth. Here's a shot of Miraidon with its wheel retracted, so that's a little different. And to be honest, that's more or less it. I mean, we really went through the whole trailer. The biggest stuff, though, is the fact that we saw so many new Pokemon that they didn't even mention, and I wonder if it was intentional. Like I said, normally I assume these things are intentional. Normally I say, oh, they obviously put this in there for a reason, but the fact that it wasn't in the other trailers, and the fact that it seems like they could have legitimately just missed it, makes me wonder for sure. But nonetheless, the leaks are more confirmed. We've got the pre-evolution for Armarouge and Ceruledge, of course, next to the Torkoal and the Team Starbase. You've got obviously the engine Pokemon, which continues to be teased. You've got the brand new Mouse Pokemon, Parakeet Pokemon, and the Rock Salt Pokemon showcased in the bottom corner on the mini-map. And then this, what could be the coin Pokemon, showcased behind the trainer as well. So lots of new Pokemon hidden throughout the map, which was pretty nuts that we got all that in that trailer. Overall, I was pretty stoked about the trailer. I think a lot of people maybe weren't as excited. I thought it was really nice. I thought it was exactly what they needed today. I would have liked to see maybe one more new thing confirmed as opposed to just for a giraffe and some gameplay. But nonetheless, I thought this was a great trailer and a great day, and I'll have you guys up to date tomorrow with the leaks and everything else that goes on with that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe if you guys are new, and let me know if you guys think I missed anything in the comment section below. I'll see you guys soon.